Hey, how's it going, everybody? It's Josh Thomas here, back once again to talk about the newest trailer for The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild here at TheBitBlock. In case you don't know, I already did a reaction to this trailer, just your basic reaction, talked about the stuff the second I saw it. But I watched the trailer a couple more times, and I noticed there's a lot of cool stuff in this trailer. And so I wanted to do a second video just kind of going back and forth, pausing the video, and talking about some specifics. There's a lot of stuff I probably haven't even seen yet, so in a way, this is like a casual analysis. I'm going to leave the real analysis videos to the professionals, but I do want to talk about this more because I'm so excited about this game, and I noticed a lot of stuff in it that I didn't see in my initial reaction. So, let's do this. Here we go. So, the first thing is, this stuff is meaningless. We've already seen this. This isn't giving away anything that we need to particularly care about. It's just some really pretty animation. God, look at that. I'm gonna roll in that ground. Okay, so first of all, I want to point out, I said it in my reaction, but I love this scene. This might be my favorite scene in the entire trailer. Just the autumn, so much foliage. Look at that, what is that, a little deer back there or something? I want to ride. I wonder if you can tame the animals and ride them. Like if I don't want to be on Epona all the time, can I ride that deer? Or can I at least befriend it in a way to where it would help me? I don't know. Seems like there's a lot of animals in the nature here, which is generally where animals are. But I'm wondering if they got to be there for more than just decor and to kill, hopefully. So we'll see. But I love this scene. I mean, oh my God, look at that. Ooh, ah. There's a bunch of happy little bushes in there. Bob Ross would be foaming at the mouth by how pretty this is. But yeah, ooh, love it. So I don't know, maybe Zelda fans who are a little bit more obsessed than me will know if these are related to anything in particular. I don't know if those are new little characters. I think these are like just paintings of random ancient beings. They might be totally new. I don't know. There's a donkey carrying 3 sacks of something on its back. That donkey with the 3 sacks on its back, probably going to be the final boss. Remember where you heard that first. So yeah, this is just like painting on a cloth. Again, I don't really know. It just shows a civilization planting things and hoeing things and chopping things, as civilizations are, tend to do. Okay, so this scene, there's a few things in particular. This gentleman walking right here is actually not Link. You can tell because he's got a very short hairstyle, different color, and even though Link can wear different clothing, it's not Link's face. That's clearly not Link. We've also got another one of these guardians in the background, just completely not moving. I'm pretty sure most of them move when you get by them. And then, it's really interesting. There's some cool rock structure up here that looks like it was split in half. Maybe that happens during the game. Maybe there's some sort of legend or tale about that specific rock, how it was split. I don't know. I'm really looking forward to climbing onto the tippy top of that rock and then just jumping off and letting it all end and then enjoying splatting on the ground. I'm probably going to do that a lot, by the way. Just get to a really high location and jump off of it. I'll use the sailcloth, though, so it'll be good. But I think other than that, just the fact that this character is not Link is the main thing that I notice here. Other than that, it's just kind of a neat little bridge stoneway. Oh, he's also got a dagger or a spear of some sort. Spear, not a dagger. So this scene in particular, oh, we got a nice shot of the bokoblin butt there. Oh, they're wearing a G-string. Fashion. So the main thing that I want to point out, there's a couple things about this scene. First of all, I love that it's raining and I love that it's windy. I remember seeing that in the original, I think it was the original Twilight Princess trailer, and I loved it. I loved the look of this gloomy, very windy, rainy day, and I can't remember that actually being in the final game of Twilight Princess. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't remember that being in there because I was disappointed. But here, this is a rainy, windy day, and I like that a lot. It's very pretty. But what specifically needs to be pointed out here is that Link is fighting alongside another character here. I don't know who the character is. I don't think anybody really knows who the character is now. Maybe they do. I don't know. I can't tell who it is. But this begs a couple questions. First is, does this mean that Link will befriend people and they will actually fight alongside of them? That kind of looks to be the case. But Mr. Enuma has mentioned many times that he really wants to make multiplayer in a main Zelda game. So could this potentially be multiplayer that we're looking at here? Is this a second player joining Link on his quest? I don't know. Maybe that's jumping the gun a bit. Maybe I'm getting a little bit crazy, but we do know that Mr. Enuma is really big on wanting multiplayer in a Zelda game. And here we see Link fighting alongside somebody else, so that could potentially be what we're looking at here. I don't know. I think that would be really cool. A co-op Zelda game? Other than, like we've seen that before with like Four Swords Adventures, but this is like a mainline Zelda game. Or it could just be a character that is fighting alongside of you and maybe you're bringing them to a certain place, or maybe they're guiding you to a certain place, and you might run into enemies along the way. Also, we have this weird little, well, let's play it here. Got this weird little, like, looks like almost like a jail cell back here because there's bars on the window. So that could be, I'm assuming that's one of the I think that's probably the Bokoblins' little base or something. But I really like this scene. Very pretty. Speaking of pretty, everything about this game is pretty. So I'm probably going to say that a lot. This is awesome. I didn't notice it the first time, but the structure on the top of this little hut is actually a horse head made out of materials and wood and stuff, which is pretty incredible. I just gotta say, you guys know me. I am a picky mofo. You know I'm a picky prick. And I look at some of these scenes, and everything is so damn well designed. Like the little details. Like I love the little logs down here. These logs, and they got little sprouts of weeds coming out of them, and just little stuff like that. It's so well... The people designing this game, the artists, know what they're doing. They know how to really put together an atmosphere and a scene. And, you know, like I said, I'm one of the pickiest jerks on YouTube, and I'm blown away with this. So yeah, oh God, I love it. Look at that sunset. Look at those birds. So this is clearly a shop. This is a town. I also want to point out this little shop clearly has something to do with horses. It's got a lot of flags as well, so maybe this is just like you can race horses here to get rupees or prizes or something. Maybe you can come here to get something to help out your horse or whatever, food or new saddles, I don't know. But it's clearly very themed around horses. We see horse paintings on the banners. You can even see up here, the wooden structures outside here are in the shape of a horse, and they kind of circle all the way around the building. Mwah! I love that. Such creative design. And of course, this also has... Wait, is that... I don't even think that's Link. Wait a minute. That's not even Link on the horse, I don't think. Because that's totally different hair. We're having a revelation here. That doesn't look like Link. Maybe this is just a camera pan through the characters. Maybe that's not actually the person playing the game. That just kind of blew my mind, though, because I just sort of naturally thought that was Link. But we can see a lot of townspeople here wearing some pretty classic Japanese sandals there. Also, there's a dog, and it looks like it's a collie, kind of a Sheltie or a collie breed dog, which, by the way, is my favorite kind of dog. They're the smartest and prettiest and cutest and most snuggly dogs. All dogs are snuggly and amazing, but they are my favorite, so I'm really happy about that. Maybe this dog helps you. Maybe you can train it to do stuff. I don't know, but I love the fact that there's a collie or a Sheltie or whatever in this game. Pretty adorable. But yeah, this is obviously a trailer that introduced us to the towns. I love this too, the way that it's up on a hill like this, the way they have this little town, this little section of homes up on this hill. Looks super, super cool. I love it. Look at this. And there's a lot of farms down here as well. So obviously this game is about survival, and you do have to eat every so often, so being able to just raid the farmer's farm and run off with carrots and lettuce and rutabagas. I wonder if you can plant your own vegetables as well. Like if you get seeds from somebody, can you just plant them in the dirt somewhere and have your own little farm? Maybe you can farm this. I don't know. I mentioned this in the reaction that I did for the trailer, but the roof of these huts looks like it's the shell of a big beast. It almost reminds me of like a weird mutated spiny shell from the Super Mario series. And look at these trees. Oh, they almost look like a bonsai tree in a way. So just really great design here. My goodness. Holy Lord. God dang. I know I'm not doing the greatest job analyzing. I'm not doing the greatest analysis of this. I'm just actually in awe of it, and I want to stop and check it out. So this scene, I think we get our look at what could be the main villain in this game. Maybe not, but this is the first time we've actually seen a villain here. It looks like they are all about the wind as well. Obviously, we have a huge gust of wind taking the enemy up here. And then the vehicle that they enter is basically an aircraft, which is something that we really haven't seen a lot in Zelda, if ever. I can't remember any aircraft. Well, I guess Beetle's shop is kind of an aircraft with him pedaling it along in Skyward Sword, but this definitely looks like a vehicle unlike what we've ever seen in Zelda before, which is very exciting. I mentioned in my reaction, doesn't that look like Zant? That's giving me some major Zant vibes. Now, I'm not suggesting Zant is in the game, but certainly kind of looks like it could be inspired by Zant's design. A little helicopter, little propellers there. Very, very cool. So yeah, I would be willing to bet that is the main enemy. But I do want to go back really quick and see if we can pause it on the enemy when we got that close-up shot. See if we can make anything out. Oh, perfect. Okay, so it's a bird. I don't know. Maybe that's not the main enemy. He doesn't scream main enemy to me. He looks like he's maybe a little bit of a... He does not even look evil. He looks like he'd be my friend. Maybe I just want to be friends with the bad guys. I don't know. But, wow, that's weird. So it's a bird. He looks like he's using a lot of the same weaponry that Link uses. Oh, there's a shot of his... Is this Falco? That ain't Falco. Memes, memes, memes. He's got a scarf on, too. He probably borrowed that from Sonic the Hedgehog. So, yeah, that's weird. That's the, I'm assuming, enemy. Yeah, and he's got that. Maybe that's the... I don't know. Maybe he's like one of the henchmen, you know? Maybe not the main guy. He didn't look evil enough for that. This artwork, I think, is just showing about all of the Guardians infesting Hyrule and taking over and destroying everything. Yeah, so that's what we're seeing right here. And of course, the whole trailer is based on life in the ruins, so I'm assuming that at some point in the game, the Guardians attack and destroy things, or maybe that happened before the game starts. We don't know who this is. My first thought is this a female Link? But I don't really think that's what the case is. I think this is going to be Zelda. I'm assuming this is Zelda. She's wearing very similar clothing in color to what Link starts off with. Looks like she might have different hair than Zelda, though. I don't know. I first thought it was like long pigtails, or long ponytails, but I don't think that's the case. I think it was. I'd be willing to bet that's Zelda, but I could be wrong. Here we get a nice shot. Well, it's not really a nice shot. It's a devastating shot of the land in ruin, and that looks really cool. I'd love to just run around in this. And it looked like there was some molten lava or something over on the other side. Some sort of bad juice. That is, I don't know what that is, but it's bad juice. That's stuff you clearly don't want to run into. And it looks like it's up here as well, which is why I thought it was lava, but I don't know. Oh, actually, it also looks like there's evil eyes on the mountain back there. Ooh, look at them evil eyes. I don't think that's what it is, but it just looks like that. So yeah, we've got a lot of temples in ruins, completely devastated. Looks very scary and beautiful. Here, Link is, for whatever reason, being engulfed by a bunch of sparklies. There you go. So this also has, I'm pretty sure this is the same female from earlier on, the same woman from earlier on. Again, I'm going to guess this is Zelda. I'm guessing Link has come to the kingdom because she's the princess and she sent out maybe some sort of a distress call or something, and he's there to, help, would be my assumption. I don't know. Other people will be able to make much better guesses than me. I'll be the first to say that. But, Link's down on his knees. He's clearly seems there to, help out. And then she makes a fist, which suggests to me, she wants to fight as well. So I don't know. There's a lot to be... This is, something you could talk about for hours. But yeah, the fact that it ends with her making a fist clearly suggests that whoever this is very devastated and angry by what is happening to the land. Perhaps she's called Link to aid them, or perhaps she's going to also kick some butt as well. I don't know. This is, there's so much stuff open to interpretation here. But, yeah. So that is the newest trailer for The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild's Life in the Ruins. It's a long title. Like I said, this is a little casual analysis video. You're not going to get as in-depth as what you're going to find on Game Explain, for example. But I really wanted to talk about it some more. I wanted to go over it again because I'm so excited for this game. Look at even the logo. Look at even the logo. Let's let the little flower grow. And boop. There we go. Beautiful. I'm very, very excited for this game. This is one of the most exciting Nintendo games, I would say, in the last 3 years, for sure. This is the most excited I've personally been for a Nintendo game in the last 3 years. So yeah, leave some comments below and let me know if you noticed anything that I didn't notice, and I'm sure you probably did. Hopefully you enjoyed sitting back with me here for about 15 minutes, just going through the trailer and checking it out, and maybe discovering a few things here and there. So yeah, let me know. What did I miss? What was I wrong on? What do you think I was right about? Leave a comment below. And of course, as always, keep it locked right here to the BitBlock for all things Nintendo, and of course, Zelda Breath of the Wild. This game cannot come out soon enough. I want it. These are my grabby hands towards Breath of the Wild.